And hello, folks. Welcome again to the Weather Center. We're going to check out some weather information here for you. Uh, the highlights will be a couple of severe weather days coming up, maybe. All right, let's check out the tower cam from Alexandria, Texas Street. You know the score here. Sinlaw Broadcasting. See the traffic moving back and forth. Just a few clouds out there. We've seen some high level clouds here during the day after an overcast, low level overcast of clouds this morning. A little bit more cloudiness down toward the southeast, Estelles and LeBeau. And don't forget, get your something good to eat there. And then going into Gina, we see some clouds along the horizon. Otherwise, we see it is mostly clear. So it's a nice day area wide. I've still got that one headline here for you. Instead of three severe storm things to look at, we've got two more threats coming up. That would be Friday and Saturday. All right, satellite and radar showing mostly clear sky. Those high clouds kind of sneaking in from time to time right in through here, but more dense clouds to the west, and then all this motion out to the west. Or you can almost visualize the system dipping southward there all the way into Baja. And so that's a big one. Luckily, it's just going to give us a glancing blow. All right, I'm back to my wind streams. Try to explain this, folks, as to why this is going to happen. So here we go with Friday morning early. We see a lot of energy working out across the western portion of the country. There's that wind shift there that is so important, northwest to southwest. And then there's the upper level front, wind shift or trough axis or whatever you want to call it. But again, through the laws of physics, this causes the atmosphere over here to adjust to it because the surface pressure is falling here in the plains and across the region. Then you get moisture come up from the Gulf of Mexico, and then you get fronts that will form to the west, dry air coming off the plateau and the West Texas area. That will create a surface dry line. And so that's going to be all in the mix there for that Friday time frame. But look what happens, and this is important. Here goes the energy up into the Corn Belt right here. Okay, so that's pretty far away from us. And so it's just a glancing blow. The atmosphere will respond to that, the nearness and strength of that system. But what we're thinking right now is we won't have a large risk of severe weather on Friday. But if you look, this is for midnight Friday, we will see once again a dip coming in. See this energy coming in from the northwest, all this energy plowing southward. It will dig another trough. In fact, there is a semblance of a trough there already, disturbance right in here, but it's a little bit subtle. But it will dig as it comes eastward, and it means it will intensify. And that is the one, put this in motion, that's the one right there that gets us on Saturday. This is Sunday afternoon early, right on top of us. But remember, the bad weather, as far as severe weather, is out ahead of it. So that risk Saturday here will move eastward on Sunday and be out ahead of this system. But you can see how the size of this disturbance there. So that's why we're worried about Saturday as well for a severe weather threat. And then yet here comes another one, folks. Endless parade of these disturbances coming from the western United States through the area. This is Wednesday morning. It will have limited moisture to work with, and we will see once again, I think most of the threat will wait for the moisture to catch up with it to the east of us. And so right now, not going to forecast a severe weather threat the middle of next week. All right, so let's get into Fridays in detail. For tomorrow, this is a marginal level 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. I call that limited in scope and severity. So none of the bars are high. All the bars here are in the limited category. And so, but we do have all threats on the table. Wind and hail and a tornado can't be ruled out because of the storm mode that we're expecting. So here is the Friday noon to midnight Friday time frame of this next second severe weather thing. We did okay with Wednesdays. No severe warnings issued here. So the pattern this time is a strong distant system. And so the atmosphere, again, as I said, responding to that, the vertical wind pattern will strengthen The moisture will come back from the Gulf of Mexico. There will be some instability, and so that will set the basic table there for some severe weather. There will be a few stray supercells that will be present in that environment. That's what that environment is capable of producing. So one of the things that we're looking at here, though, is a limiting factor, the instability, the octane available for the supercell updraft. How strong is it going to be? Well, with the instability being a limited factor, that means that the updrafts will not be strong and deep and persistent. They'll be kind of shallow and transient and that type of thing. Now, don't get your hopes up because still, shallow supercells can produce tornadoes. Some of the best examples of that are hurricane and tropical system generated tornadoes. Many of those come from small supercells. Okay, so we're not out of the woods there, but it does cut down the risk, certainly, of any enhanced event. So wind and hail at a 5%. Again, this is all within 25 miles of a point. Tornado risk is 2% or lower, so monitor your weather sources. Warnings might need to be issued for tomorrow. All right, so forecast and futurecast here for Friday morning, kind of stepping you through tomorrow. Nothing happening. You're okay with your morning commute. Once we get into the day, you see a few cells. Notice kind of the cellular nature of this. This model is a high resolution model. It is programmed. It has wind shear and instability, and all those parameters programmed into it to kind of tell us what kind of storm to expect. Okay, so we don't see anything getting big and tough here, and that continues throughout the day. So I am hopeful that we'll scrape by Friday like we did Wednesday and the other day from that. But by Saturday morning, with that second system, notice the increase in showers and thunderstorms at that particular time. Let's go to your rainfall pattern there for Friday. We're ranging from about a 40 to 60% coverage or point percentage here. The average cover, I think, will be about half and half. Half of you probably get some rain, and some other half of you probably won't get it. So the timing will be in the PM hours, and amounts will be about an inch or lower. And so, yeah, it's not going to be a big rainfall event there for Friday. The instability will be low, and the actually the amount of moisture may be a little questionable too. But here's Saturday. Notice that we are on the edge, western edge of a level 4 risk. So, yeah, we're going to have to watch that. But notice the tight gradient or the tight difference here in northwest Louisiana. There's only a category 1, okay? Then you go quickly to a 2, 3, and 4 there as you go across central Louisiana. One of the reasons for that pattern is that this, I think, will be a severe weather outbreak, all right? And it will begin right in this area in central Louisiana and in Louisiana and Arkansas, okay? So this will be the beginning point of it, and it will evolve, get better organized, and get stronger as it heads eastward and southeastward. All right, so that's why you see this pattern with the graphics here. And so, yeah, that's why we're concerned about Saturday, and I have a lot more details on that when I'll stream tomorrow. So let's go to the 7-day, 50-50 shot of some rain and storms. I got severe with a question mark there, but no question mark on Saturday. There will be a first front coming through. That's going to help stir things up. But then the second front calms things down. Sunday kind of clears it out and brings some cooler air with it. Monday's a beautiful day to start next week. Tuesday's pretty good, just partly cloudy. Those will be cool mornings, especially Monday morning. That'll be the coolest. I do expect some 30s Monday morning, maybe upper 30s, but 30s nonetheless. By Wednesday, a little bump in the road for midweek with the little front, that last system that I showed you there. I'll go 30 cents worth on that. And then by next Thursday, a little bit cooler once again behind that system. So this endless parade of systems coming through. Ahead of it, you get a little severe risk. Behind it, it turns cooler and drier and that kind of thing. That pattern is going to continue, folks. All right, Nick Mikulas will be back with you tomorrow, and I'll be back with you as well for tomorrow. And any meaningful warnings or anything that you need to know about on the stream, we'll be doing that as well. Take care, and thanks for your support for SenLive Weather, and just have a fantastic Friday.